Welcome back to the worker. Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Relentless Discipline Points mechanic for Ossiarch Bonereapers, or basically what OBR has that's instead of command points. Before we get started, I just wanted to say that I have a Discord. The link will be in the description, so if you want another avenue to interact with me, that's one way to do that. Additionally, we are getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. If you have an idea for like a celebration or some sort of special video that you would enjoy watching for 1,000 subscribers, go ahead and leave it down in the comments or say something in the Discord. I was thinking something like I could show off some models that I've painted and just kind of some of my personal armies that I own. I think that could be a fun little video, but without further ado, let's get started. So, what is Relentless Discipline and how do you get them? So, Relentless Discipline Points, or RDP, is what OBR uses instead of command points. Now, this is important because OBR cannot use the really powerful universal command abilities like all out attack, all defense, redeploy, that kind of stuff. But the main advantage of this is OBR can use the same Relentless Discipline ability multiple times a phase. So if you wanted to do Shieldwall on your Mortis guard, you can do that multiple times as long as it's targeting different models. That's always been the case. So how do you generate RDP? So I've included a big list here of how you get various amounts of RDP. And it basically starts of if you take the first turn in a battle round, you get 1. If you go second, you get 2. If your general is alive at your hero phase, you get another 1. For every hero on the battlefield, you get 1. For every Lichcarlos, you get 2. So that's instead of the hero. So Lichcarlos are worth 2, regular heroes are worth 1. And then if Kavalos is your general and alive, then you get 3. And additionally, before the battle round starts, you roll a number of dice equal to the number of units you have. That includes the heroes. And each 6, you get another RDP. And then there is a spell called Arcane Command that gives you D3 Relentless Discipline Points. So it's really all about heroes, and if you have the lieges or Kavalos himself, as well as going first or second. So what can RDP be used on? So a lot of units in the OBR roster have abilities on their war scroll that require an RDP to use. Additionally, there's an army-wide ability that's kind of quote-unquote universal. It's called Unstoppable Advance, and it's just a simple +3 to move, and you can use that as many times as you want, as long as it's targeting different units. So currently, the units with Relentless Discipline abilities are Gash, Archon, Kavalos, the Arch Kavalos Xantos, Lichcarlos, Immortus Guard, Necropolis Stalkers, and finally Mortis Guard. So we're going to go ahead and do a little overview of what all these abilities are. The Gash is a pretty nice one in that you reroll hit and save rolls of 1 across the whole board for all death units, which includes everything in OBR. And it technically also makes them ignore Battle Shock, but OBR innately doesn't worry about Battle Shock, so that part isn't too important. But rerolling hit rolls and save rolls of 1 are good. I'd say the important one there is the hit rolls, because most OBR units, or at least the Necropolis Stalkers and the Mortis, and I believe a few others, have Nadirite weapons, which means that 6s to hit explode, scoring 2 hits. So getting to reroll and potentially fish for some 6s is powerful. Next is Archon. An Archon spell is, or not spell, excuse me, Relentless Discipline ability is useful, but a little niche. It gives 6 inches to spell ranges for Death Wizards within 18. So OBR doesn't have too many offensive spells. A lot of them are defensive or kind of like buff spells. So it's not too valuable offensively, but it's nice defensively if you're a little bit out of range of whatever you're trying to do. And just note this plus 6 inches also counts for Arkin himself. Kavalos has 2. He has Endless Duty, which is just +1 attack for units wholly within 12 inches. Or not units, excuse me, 1 unit wholly within 12 inches. And this ability is shared with the Arch Kavalos and the Lichcarlos. Very powerful, especially on Mortec, just to augment their offensive capabilities just a little bit more. Additionally, his big one is you get +1 to hit and +1 to save if you are in Mortis Praetorian, wholly within 18 inches, or one of his companions that dies as he brackets. If that companion is alive, that range is increased to 36, so more or less board wide. It's pretty healthy range. Then it is the named Kavalos, and he has the Endless Duty, the +1 attack, and then he has an interesting one where you can reroll wound rolls of 1, targeting Order or Destruction units, or you can reroll all wound rolls against Chaos for 1 Mortis Praetorian unit wholly within 12. So a little bit more augmentation towards killing power. Next is just the unnamed Lichcarlos. They just have the simple endless duty that the Catacross and Arch Kavalos had. Next is the Immortus guard. They have a little bit of an interesting one. After they fight, you can immediately pile in again and attack with the battle shields. The battle shields they have are okay, but it's not the best melee profile. If it was just pile in and attack again, that would be really powerful. But with just the shields, it's a little bit weaker than one would hope. But that's the Mortis, really. Necropolis Stalkers. They have Hunt and Kill, where you can reroll run and charge rolls, and you ignore terrain as if the unit could fly. This is a very powerful ability, but if you wanted to augment the Necropolis Stalker's killing power, or kind of make them thematic, like they're running forward and killing something, I think if the ability was changed to run and charge, or charge 3d6, I think that would be neat, but this is a good ability. Situational, but good. Last but most certainly not least is probably the best Relentless Discipline ability, or at least one that you should always, always, always use, is Mortec Guard. So it's called Shieldwall, and in the combat phase, you can use this ability, and for that phase, you reroll all failed saving throws. And that is very powerful. It really cements Mortec as one of the more durable units in the game. That combined with other abilities that can defensively augment Mortec make them very hard to get rid of. I would say for however many Mortec you have in combat, you should save a Relentless Discipline point to use Shieldwall. It's just that important to how Mortec function. And that was the quick overview of all of the Relentless Discipline point abilities and how to get them, how they work, and just generally a little overview for you. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like or a comment. And if you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. The amount of growth that the channel has experienced over the past few months has been amazing. It's been so much fun to do, and I am very excited to see where things go. This has been the War Grove World, and I'll see you all next time.